Thank you, thank you, thank you. We really appreciate that warm welcome. This is indeed a Saturday morning. It's approximately 7 a.m. in the morning, and when we get a warm welcome like that, that really helps us wake up and gets us started. Okay, so we really appreciate that. Thanks again. So we're DPL Surveillance Equipment. We're a full-service surveillance and security equipment company. We have lifetime guarantees and warranties on all the products. We have 24/7, 365 tech sales and customer support. I think we have the largest inventory of items that you can rent or you can lay away as well. So go ahead and go to our website or give us a call. Talk to us about the idea of renting and taking care of a temporary problem with a temporary solution, or talk to us about the rent to own, whereby you get a chance to rent the product for a few days, and then if you like it, then you can go ahead and keep it. So we're the only company offering that capability, definitely, where you get to try before you buy. Most companies, either you buy or you don't buy, but our customers expect a little bit more and they get a lot more. So we give you the opportunity to, that's our company mascot. His name is Lazy Bones. Say hello. Yeah, he says hello. It's almost time for him to eat. Well, actually, he needs to wait a little bit longer. I just gave him a little bit of food, but of course, he never gets enough. Anyway, speaking of creative financing, you can rent, do the rent to own, or the try before you buy, and you can also, hi Lazy Bones. So you can also, he says hi. You can also do the layaway. So take advantage of the layaway program as well. The layaway program is customized by the customer. You tell us how long you want to make payments and how much you can afford to have deducted or charged to your credit card on a weekly or monthly basis. Customers have done as short time frames as little as a month, paying $100 a week or something. And some of them go out 3, 4, 5, 6 months or more, paying who knows $50 a month, $100 a month or something. It all depends on you. And then with the final payment, you actually get a chance to have the shipping included. We include the shipping with your final payment, and then the last installment includes the shipping, and then the product is yours. We send out the product to you, and then it's yours, and it's covered by the lifetime guarantee and warranty, and the 24/7 round-the-clock availability. So 1 year after the fact, 2 years, 10 years after the fact, after you purchased it, call us. If you need tech support, call us. If you need customer service, call us. If you need after-sales support or whatever, it doesn't matter. We have you covered. So, and then for you, law enforcement, government, agency, customers who have clients in foreign countries, if you want to protect your embassies, federal buildings, airports, shipping ports all over the planet are using our explosive detectors. They're using our X-ray baggage scanners. The airports and the post offices are using the X-ray baggage scanners. You want to scan those scan the luggage, scan the baggages for explosives and narcotics using our X-ray baggage scanners. Okay, narcotics are coming in and out of countries like who knows what, and devastating entire communities, etc. So you want to take a look at solving that problem with our narcotics detectors. We have excellent, state-of-the-art law enforcement narcotics detectors. Okay, we've been doing this for probably 30 years as far as the amount of time that our equipment has been out on the market. We have that much field experience, and we can help you solve that problem with scanning for narcotics, okay, including the explosives. our narcotics detectors. Just so you know, they we have firmware that's continually updated. We update our database of known narcotics and new and upcoming narcotics all the time. So whether it's some new version of cocaine or heroin or some derivative of marijuana, whatever it is, we include all that latest current information into our database so that your equipment stays up to date. You don't have to worry so much about keeping track of anything. We take care of that for you, okay? So we have tons of experience, clients all over the planet, millions of dollars of client sales in various countries, Middle East, Africa, you name it. We've probably been there and done that, okay? So take advantage of that. And then a lot of our consumers, regular consumer customers, even law enforcement, corporate customers, etc., universities, they take advantage of the bug detectors. We do surveillance and counter surveillance very well. We help you find the trackers, find the audio bugs, find the hidden cameras, etc. So take advantage of that with your counter surveillance products, for instance. And we do help you do surveillance as well. Get our hidden camera solutions, and you'll be in good company. NASA, Department of Homeland Security, ATF agents all over the United States are using our body-worn hidden cameras. They're using the rock with the hidden camera in it. They're using the smoke detector with the hidden camera in it. They're using all sorts of our products with the hidden cameras, time and date stamping, remote internet access, all sorts of bells and whistles and alerts. Let you know someone's coming, someone's going. You get the text message indication. Go to your email, go to your cell phone, so that around the clock you'll know exactly what's happening in that corporate office, in that government facility, whatever it is. Okay, so you're in good company with again all of the highest levels of government agents that use our products. You'll have the same products, same support, same quality of service as those guys. Extremely large video library, so take advantage of that. Now, this particular session, before I forget, has to do with PCI compliance and SEO. When SEO meets PCI compliance and security, what do you get? Well, hopefully you'll get a solution that not only will protect your, not only will give you exposure on Google and Yahoo and Bing, but would also protect your customer data. Okay, so what good is a website if it just gives you exposure out there on the internet, get you noticed, but doesn't protect the customer data? Okay, nowadays we have to be responsible website owners, okay, because we're dealing with a lot of private customer information, and we have to be responsible stewards out there. We have to let the customers know and give them the reassurance that when we take that order over the cell phone, over the laptop, desktop, PDA, all those various devices, all the various individuals that you have working with you on your sales team, for instance, if they're out in the field with their own devices and everybody's gathering customer information, taking orders out there in the field, and they transmit it back to the office using who knows what notes on the iPhone, Evernote, on the PDA, iCloud, iDrive or whatever from Microsoft or whatever it is. You have to have a uniform way. You have to have the reassurance that everybody's doing things correctly out there with that customer data and transmit it back, because it's going to come back, and everybody has their favorite way of taking orders and taking information and transmitting it back and processing those orders. So you need to know what your company is doing. How is that information being handled? Is it being handled in in a manner that's PCI compliant. The state regulatory agencies require that we handle that information and treat it with the utmost amount of security, okay? So that we can't take for granted, right? So you want to be aware of the idea that there are third-party services. I want you to write this down. Trustwave, Trustwave. That's trust, like Trust, the regular spelling of trust, and then wave, like an ocean wave, Wave. That company, Trustwave, will actually allow you to set up an account whereby you can scan your website for vulnerabilities. I did a scan on my own website with Trustwave, and I found a lot more vulnerabilities than I should have, okay? We had a number of scans done, and we worked on those vulnerabilities and got an understanding of what hackers would see, what hackers would, how this would look like to hackers. So very revealing, and I suggest you do the same thing. Get your site scanned immediately for vulnerabilities. This not only pertains to your site, but as part of the evaluation, they're going to ask you about various devices, the PDA, smartphones, modems, routers, all the different ways that information is transmitted. How do you get online for your business? Okay, that's different from your personal livelihood. Okay, you want to be aware of the fact that sometimes small businesses will combine both. They'll have modems and routers for their personal, and then modems and routers for their business that are actually one and the same. So if you're small and you need to share modems and routers for business and personal, just be aware of the fact that that may be an issue, and you may need to take additional precautions if you have a situation like that. But the bottom line is, customer data is stored on servers, and sometimes it's not deleted immediately. And you want to make sure that you understand what PCI compliance looks like, okay? And so you do that vulnerability scan. Talk to your merchant processor, okay? If your merchant processor should actually allow you to do vulnerability scan or require that you do those scans on a regular basis, because businesses change, okay? Businesses grow. The first year when you sign up with some of these accounts, you may not be doing business on the same scale or level as when you first got the account, when you first signed up, when you first started the business. Okay, you could be doing tons of more business. You could be you may grow from 4 employees to 50 employees or something. Who knows? So make sure you do your regular PCI compliance vulnerability scanning to see what that business looks like from the perspective of someone trying to get into it from the outside, from a hacker perspective. Okay, you have to know the state and federal agencies all are putting a great deal of emphasis on PCI compliance. Okay, your merchant processor could close your account if they find out that you're not being responsible as a merchant. Okay. So you retailers and merchants out there, make sure that you're keeping up to date with your PCI compliance, and don't wait for someone to tell you about it. Go and take responsibility into your own hands. Make sure your website is secure. Make sure your phones, iPhones, Android phones, or Samsung phones, or whatever, are set up so that you're protecting that customer data. There's nothing worse than having a customer call you and tell you, or find out during a conversation with a customer, that same customer who ordered from you somehow got their account hacked, their credit card stolen. Okay, that may or may not be just a coincidence. It may be a result of having done business with you. If they gave you their credit card information and you didn't safely secure it and handle it properly, maybe a hacker got it from you and compromised your own customers' data. So hopefully this is all valuable information. Thank you. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, or whatever, let us know. Seriously, we want to know, whether or not any of this makes sense to you. We found out the hard way, so I learned these lessons, and I try to pass them along to you guys, so you'll learn from my mistakes. I was set up with Elevon for 8 years, and Elevon didn't do a very good job as far as requiring that we do regular PCI compliance testing and scanning for vulnerabilities. And guess what? When I finally transitioned away from Elevon over to Wells Fargo immediately required that we work with Trustwave to do the vulnerability scanning, to understand that the routers and the modems and the various devices that we use, all of those, we wanted to consider the holistic approach in terms of whether or not everything was safe and secure and data was being stored and transmitted and getting onto the internet and getting off the internet, was handled properly, okay? So, anyway, that's the bottom line. Look at working with your SEO. Talk to them about what they're doing, what they know about website security, vulnerability scanning. Is my PHP version up to date? Are we using vulnerable versions of Java, ASP, or whatever it is that you're using for your coding on your website? Has it been updated lately? Is it the most secure version of that particular coding language? If it's not, then you better get updated quickly as possible, because hackers are doing regular scans on a 24-hour basis, and they're finding out what versions of coding languages and such are running on whose website, and then bots go out automatically and they start to compromise. You can have a DDoS attack on your website that brings your website down for, who knows, 24 hours, 48 hours at a time. And guess what? You can't make any sales. You can't get anything done if a DDoS attack is such that it brings your complete business to a standstill, okay? You're just going to be dead in the water. So, again, we hope all of this is good information and critical information for you. And don't sit on it. Act on it. Again, talk to the merchant processor. Find out what they're doing as far as vulnerability scanning, or what they have to offer. If you have a third party like PayPal and they're doing it for you, that's one thing. But if you're taking credit cards yourself over your website or over your phones and such, directly, then that means you're responsible, not anyone else. If you have a hybrid model, whereby sometimes you take credit card information over the phone directly from your customers, or they go to your website directly with their Visa, American Express, MasterCard, Discover credit cards, and they input it on your website directly, you're responsible for that data. You have to protect the integrity of that data, make sure it's safe and secure, and that you're in compliance yourself, okay? So you have to take responsibility for that. So if you have a hybrid model and you do both, then you still have to make sure that you're doing things correctly. So anyway, we wanted to make sure that we get this podcast out there about when SEO meets security, because I'm the security expert, and PCI compliance, because we've been there, done that, and we're learning more and more every day, and we'd like to pass these tidbits along to you guys. So if you have any questions regarding surveillance, counter surveillance, GPS trackers, audio bugs, digital voice recorders, digital video recorders, body-worn hidden cameras, like the cameras and the keychains and the hats and all of those things, give us a call. And we like to say at the end of every particular segment, share this with a friend, relative, enemy, associate. We don't care who you share it with. Just share it with someone. Let's see if we can help make the world a safer place, and give us a call. 888-344-3742. That's 888-344-3742 if you have any questions. Thanks. Take care. See ya.